your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. We shall never negotiate out of fear, and we shall never fear to negotiate. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Not merely peace for Americans, but peace for all men and women. This nation, for all its hopes and all its boasts, will not be fully free until all its citizens are free.
This story begins on a late November evening. Jackie Kennedy returns from a vacation upon Jack's request, in hopes she will accompany him in his upcoming travels.
I missed you.
I missed you too.
Will you come down on the road with me to Texas, help me campaign?
Of course I will, Jack.
Good. We'll be home on the 25th in time for John Jr.'s birthday.
The President and the First Lady arrive in Fort Worth to enthusiastic crowds. Jack has two scheduled speeches in Fort Worth the next morning, the first to the general public and the other at the Chamber of Commerce.
Mr. President, we know you don't wear a hat, but we wanted to give this to you before you leave Fort Worth to protect you from the rain.
I'll put it on in the White House on Monday. You'll come up there and you have a chance to see it there.
In the meantime, while Jack butters up the crowd, the Secret Service discusses protecting the president along the Dallas parade route and the potential for inclement weather. It doesn't look promising, as there are reports of rain.
If it's raining in Dallas, we'll need a bubble top on the limo.
Yeah, but they say it's going to clear up.
Okay, if it does, no bubble.
The rainy weather breaks, and the president's staff preps the route for the motorcade. As they arrive in Texas, they are greeted by hundreds of people. But over in Dallas, along the parade route, a plan to assassinate the president is underway. Lee Harvey Oswald, a known Marxist sympathizer, is planning the unthinkable. Within an hour of arriving, the president's motorcade has made its way to Dealey Plaza. At the very same time, a local business owner, Abraham Zapruder, is excited to see the president. He brings his brand new 16mm recorder down to the parade route, arriving early to get a good vantage point. Zapruder perches himself upon the highest ledge he can find, in hopes of filming the motorcade as it passes by.
And here comes the president.
Look, there he is, the president.
Dealey Plaza with his wife Jacqueline by his side, and here we are, coming around the turn.
Oh my God, they shot the president. They shot the president.
All hell breaks loose. People are yelling, screaming, running for their lives. The president is rushed off to Parkland Hospital as Lee Harvey Oswald attempts to escape the scene of the crime.
Hey you! Stop right there! Know this guy?
Yeah, he works here.
Over at Parkland Hospital, Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson eagerly awaits news on the condition of the president.
How's the president?
It looks bad.
I'm in your hands. What should I do?
I'll let you know as soon as I hear about the president.
Nearby, outside the operating room, Jackie can't wait any longer.
I want to see my husband.
No, Mrs. Kennedy.
I want to see my
The
husband.
doctor's doing everything they can.
I want to be with my husband.
As JFK clings to life, Lee Harvey Oswald, the alleged assassin, is still at large.
Excuse me. Come to the car, please.
Who, me? I'm just walking here.
You, sir, come to the car.
I'm just walking.
What are you doing?
I'm just walking.
Hands out of your pocket.
Keep my hands in
Hands
my
out of your
pocket.
pocket.
No.
We now have more information on the name of the suspect that has been provided by the Dallas Police Department. The Dallas Police have arrested a 24-year-old man identified as Lee Harvey Oswald in connection with the slaying of a Dallas policeman shortly after President Kennedy was assassinated. Oswald is also being interrogated to see if he has any connection with the slaying of the president.
Bob, is that your brother?
I gotta go home.
While Robert scurries to see what the fuss is about, the FBI has been frantically trying to develop the film's Zapruder shot. Now that it's done, they are ready to view, for the first time, the tragic events that happened that day.
I can't believe you got the whole thing on tape. You got the whole thing.
Back at Parkland Hospital, the doctors and their staff have been doing everything they can to save the president's life. Their efforts have come up nothing but short.
Mr. President, he's gone. We need to get in the air.
We belong to Johnson now. Wherever he goes, we go. We don't belong to Jackie anymore.
I'm not going anywhere without Jackie.
All right, Mr. President. Shall we release a statement?
No, we better get back to the plane before we make an announcement.
Eternal rest grant unto him, O Lord. Let perpetual light shine upon him. May he rest in peace. Amen.
Bobby, this is Director Hoover. The president has been shot.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
With the newfound information and a killer on the loose, the presidential staff is eager to get back to Washington before any other assassination attempts are made.
Jackie, we've got to get you out of here.
I'm not leaving without him. I want to take him home.
Okay, we'll get you a casket and we got to get a change of clothes for the plane.
No! I want them to see what they've done to him!
While Jackie is outraged and upset, Lee Harvey's brother, Robert, makes his way to the police station to find out what his brother has done.
How are you? I don't think you've ever asked me that question in my life. I'm really confused. Maybe you could tell me what's going on.
I don't know.
They have your pistol, they have your rifle, and they charged you, and you're telling me you don't know? Tell me what you know.
Don't believe this so-called evidence.
Do you have any idea what you have done? What you've done to your kids? You've ruined their lives. I'll get you a lawyer.
Stay out of it.
Stay out of it? My wife, my children, my children's children? All of us, for all of eternity. You did this to us. I don't know who you think you are. I am your brother. I'll get you an attorney, and I'll be back in a day or two.
With certainty that his brother committed the crime, Robert makes his way over to another holding room within the precinct, where they are containing his deranged mother, who he tends to keep his distance from.
So you finally bothered to find me. I am now responsible for 2 presidents.
Excuse me?
Kennedy and now President Johnson. And I'm not even a Democrat. Shh, the room is bugged.
I don't care. If you know anything about this, I want to know what you know right now. No damn stories.
Well, I always knew Lee was some sort of secret agent, didn't you?
What are you talking about?
They recruited him when he was in the Marines.
Who's they, and what possibly for?
We did. The U.S. government did. He was sent on dangerous missions. The first one was to Russia.
Okay, let me get this straight. Lee, our Lee, is a super secret government spy?
Uh-huh.
He comes back from Russia with a 21-year-old wife. She doesn't speak English. He can't hold a job. They have 2 kids and not a pot to piss in. That's impressive. That's a dangerous fellow?
Lee Harvey Oswald has done more for this country than any other living human being. I will never be ordinary again.
I just want to make sure you understand what has happened here today. Your son, my brother, has apparently killed the most important man in the world. If that's true, he is going to die for what he has done today.
Robert's words could not have rang more true, as 2 days later, while being escorted out through the police station basement, local nightclub owner Jack Ruby shoots Lee Oswald at point blank.
He's been shot. He's been shot. Lee Oswald has been shot.
I say to you today, my fellow Americans, that even though President John Fitzgerald Jack Kennedy was assassinated at the age of 46, he will always be remembered as one of the most famous and historical figures in American history. Camelot is the Kennedy ideal. The speeches President Kennedy delivered will always carry on his legacy. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Don't let it be forgot that once there was a spot for one brief shining moment that was known as Camelot. A man may die, nations may rise and fall, but an idea lives on. For the JFK film will always be dedicated in his honor. The initials JFK will always be memorized as we celebrate the anniversary of our beloved 35th U.S. President, John Fitzgerald Jack Kennedy, every November 22nd and 25th, 1963.